Today's lesson, how to draw a cartoon airplane. Alright, who's ready to draw this fun airplane? I'm John-Marc and I'm going to be instructing you step-by-step tips and techniques on how to draw and sketch to be a better artist. So let's begin. So the first thing that you're going to see I'm going to be working on is the basic shapes, and from that point on I'm going to get a little tighter with the detail, following taking my final sketch to a final tight drawing, and from there I'll actually color it in Photoshop, leaving the pencil lines behind, not inking it in. So the first thing I do is I have like a model sheet or a drawing that I'm looking at right now currently, or I could be just using my imagination. Right now I'm actually looking at a previous drawing, and I'm going to be using that to help me to create this video lesson right now. So let's begin and following some of the stuff that I've been doing right now. Alright, so right now I have the wing, and I have the basic outline for the plane and the back part of the wing right there, the top of where the pilot is, but it's actually going to be like a cartoon in there, so it's going to be like a cartoon plane, no pilot. So the shape that I have and the direction you see is more like a three-dimensional, which kind of gives more depth than a flat drawing. So experiment with that more and more when you're drawing. And as I shared before, please time yourself and don't throw away any of your sketching and drawings. It's a good reference and see how you get stronger as an artist. Okay, let's get those crosshairs for my eyes and put the eyeballs in there. So please note what I've shared many times before is when I'm doing this sketch, that doesn't mean it's the final drawing, because I can then still change the drawing in some way or form, adding or taking away detail that I may see fit. Alright, so there's his mouth wide open, and now I'm going to be getting where his little engine is going to be roaring outside there. This is like the old Mustang fighter plane right now. Alright, let's get that all laid out there a little bit more, the engine components. And when I'm drawing this, as I'm looking at the sketch that I'm working off of, the drawing, I'm seeing some things that I might change shape-wise and tone at the same time when I'm coloring. So I see this in my head as color when I am sketching right now, how it might play into the final drawing. Alright, so there's his mouth. Do a little shading in there. Getting a little bit more detail on that point. There you go. Let's get underneath the airplane there. Work on his wings, the little stripes. And this is just like plain sticker stripes on there, painted on their black stripes. Let's get the other stripe on there. Alright, that's looking good. Alright, let's get some of the components to the actual airplane. And you might need a physical airplane to look at and understand how it is built and made before drawing your cartoon. You might have to do some research and understand the shape of it. But there you can take that shape and change and transform it to your style of cartoons, or if it was going to be like a realistic drawing too. Let's put the little US star inside there right now. You can see that little perspective that's happening right now on the star. There you go, that's looking good. Let's again add some more elements to the plane. There you go. Let's work on his eyes, how that's going to be. His little eyebrows on the top. Always add some neat features. The expressions. There you go. That's better. Let's shade them in. Alright, that's looking good. Let's get some of the dimension, how the fuselage to the top of the canopy for the plane there. And let's shade that part in there. I'm going to have two lines. So at the very end of this video, you will see the actual tighter drawing line, and you will see the actual color finish one that I did in Photoshop. So make sure you watch all the way to the end. Alright, let's get some more of that building the shape up there. Looking good. Following now I'm going to get a little bit darker and following the lines that I sketched out first, laying out the final details now on the shape. You can use your imagination and play up like very whimsical how some things might be. There you go, that's looking good. Alright. Let's get that part down. Okay, the back of the wing there. Underneath. A little darker for the wing here now. And again, how I sketch and when I'm drawing and why I start from one area to another area is whatever my eye gravitates or my mind is thinking. So it's not always start from what you just begun and continually build up there. Let your creativity just flow, and wherever your senses are leading you to draw, to color, to shade. All right, let's get that nose in there. That's looking good. A little bit more detailed. Okay, that's the other side of the wing there. That gives that dimension. Okay, let's play around with the propeller right now. Gotta get that sketched out. Showing like it's really flying up high in the sky. So I'm gonna have like little clouds in my head. I can see coloring and airbrushing some of that in there. And so it's really, really flying fast. There we go. That's looking good. Those little movement lines on there. Okay. A little bit more with the speed lines there. Okay, where else can I get underneath a little bit darker? So I'm just looking to see where I can fine tune this in there. And that's actually all going to be dark blue in there for the military fighters back in World War II. All right, so let's get that side over there. A little straight line there. Looking good. Okay, I like that. That's looking good. A little bit more detail. So you're just overall looking at some things where you can emphasize a little bit stronger and getting ready for your final cleanup. Because again, take your final cleanup on a window and put it on the paper on the window. Take a new piece of paper on top of that and retrace it, so you're not tracing over your existing sketch. Or if you have a light box, put that down first and the paper on top, and then you can start sketching away. All right, so let's just add a little shading and shadowing. Some of the areas you might want to shade in some areas that might be like metal, dark metal, light metal, and help to accent more your drawing, a little bit more your sketch, I should say. And just about there, done. Okay, I'm looking around. So as always, let's sign and date, and stay tuned to check out the very last part of this video. All right, so we're going to show you the final drawing. Okay, that's the sketch right now. From the sketching, I took it to the on top of my computer, actually re-rendering it over again, and there's a rendering again, and I changed some things. You might see the eyes and the checkerboard, and popped in some clouds. And now we're going to be checking out the color, and there's the color version. All right, thanks for watching this video, and have a great day.